Now this tells you that today
Okay.
you were interviewed and you're on tape 51.
Okay.
Okay? So when your greats want to take a look at you and
Okay.
keep that with your stuff, they can go
Okay.
down to the library and pull off that tape and
Okay.
listen to you and look at you.
Okay.
Alrighty?
Yeah.
Okay, now I think we have you framed pretty well here, so let me take another look. Okay, Homer, tell me your name.
Homer Henson.
What's your middle name?
Gene.
Gene?
Yeah.
Okay. And you told me when you were born,
124.
January 24,
23.
1923. And where were you born?
Over at Twin Valley, out on 139.
That's in Sauter County, Ohio, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Out on 139. Is the old home place still there?
No, the old property. My brother of mine owns the old home place.
Okay.
Earl.
Okay. When you say the old home place there, then where is that?
On 139.
Same place that you just told me?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. But the house is gone?
Yeah.
Now, your present address is what?
486 Hammerstein Road,
Okay.
Wheelersburg, Ohio, 45694.
And we're in, you're in a trailer park here called Crestview?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is lot 38?
Yeah.
And in fact, this is where we are right now,
Yes,
isn't
sir.
it? Now, you're retired, and what did you retire from?
Teamsters, truck driver,
You were a truck driver.
over the road,
Okay. How much education do you have?
3 years.
3 years of
That's it.
3 years of school?
Yeah, 3rd grade.
You went to the 3rd grade, and then what did you do after that?
Went to work on a sawmill, my dad.
You did?
Yeah.
So you would have been about 10.
Yeah.
And went to work on a sawmill with your dad. Where was the sawmill?
Out there at the old home place on 139,
139.
Twin Valley. It's right where Twin Valley and Eden Park come together right there.
Okay. And is any part of the sawmill still left?
No,
Was it a farm?
no, wasn't a farm.
How many acres did you have
I
there?
think they was probably 5 or 6 acres there. In fact, up the holler there used to be the old school, the old, what they call the old little brown schoolhouse. The daddy moved up there
Uh-huh.
from down to Eden Park and moved up there from my grandma, lived up the holler from 139.
What was what was the official name of the school?
Little brown schoolhouse.
Was that it? Little Brown
Little
School?
brown schoolhouse.
Is that
Earl
where
knows all about it, yeah.
is that where you went to the 3rd grade?
No, I wouldn't.
Is that where you graduated
Before
from?
my time, that little brown schoolhouse was.
Okay.
I went down to Eden Park.
Now the library likes for me to get a genealogical timeline. Now you're married,
Yes, sir.
and do you have children?
Yes, sir.
What are their names?
My boy was Michael. He died when he was 57. He was 33 and a half years at the police department.
Did he have children?
Yeah.
And what are their names?
Tommy and oh, can't think of her name.
Didn't know it was going to be a test, but
Yeah.
I should have warned you.
Yeah.
Well, and if you think of her name, let me
Okay.
know. Now, are they local?
Don Renee.
Dawn Renee.
That was her.
Okay. What's her last name? Are they local, by the way?
No, they
Tommy
live in
and Dawn?
Columbus.
They live in Columbus.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they have children.
Dawn has a little girl. I haven't saw her just one time.
Okay.
She lives in Columbus. I don't know who she even was married to.
Now you have other children,
Yeah, I had 3 daughters.
and what are their names?
Yeah. Judy. She lives at Dresden, or at Newark,
Newark, Ohio.
or Heath. So I think I think they're all right there together.
Heath is right there by Newark.
Okay,
Yeah.
they live in a they take care of a condo up there.
Okay. Okay.
And,
They
Joy-
have children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dwayne, Travis.
Those.
Yeah, they live at Dresden. Both of them live in Dresden.
Okay. Now you have Judy as a daughter,
Yeah. Now
and
Jody's the next one.
Jody, where's she?
Yeah, Mike was the oldest.
Okay.
And Jody lives at Columbus, and she has 2 children. Her name was Van Gorder.
Van Gorder, and she has a couple of children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mandy and Travis. No, Mandy and I'll think the other one. Mandy's the daughter's name.
Okay.
Van is dead.
Oh, I
Her
see.
husband's dead.
I see. Now, and then there's Judy, Jody, and who?
Kathy.
Kathy.
She lives at Fort Myers, Florida.
Fort Myers. Okay. And she have children?
She has 2.
So you are a grandpa. Are you a great grandpa?
Oh, Don Renee, she has 2. I don't want to. I can't think of that since you mentioned that. He's her boy, but well, I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, he lives out at Pickerington.
If you think of the name, let me know.
Yeah, okay.
And now, what's your wife's name?
Nancy.
Okay.
My first wife was Imogene.
Imogene. And are those is Imogene, was she the mother of these children
Yeah.
that you told me about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's go back the other direction.
Oh, Kathy.
Okay. That's your daughter.
Aaron, and that was her daughter's name. They live in Fort Myers, and her husband has a Harley Davidson motorcycle place in Naples.
Okay.
He's got his own Harley Davidson motorcycle shop down there.
Boy. Now, what was your father's name?
Taylor.
Taylor Henson. And what was your mother's name?
Ina Francis.
What was her maiden name?
Cassidy.
Cassidy. That's probably Cassidy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, what was your father's parents' names?
Cora White was his mother.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know what his dad's name was. He was killed up way back in Kentucky when Dad was just a little boy.
Oh, I see.
Somebody shot him in the backyard.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
What part of Kentucky was that?
Okay, Dave. I don't remember what part it was.
Okay.
Earl can tell you all about Rutherford. Earl, he never forgets nothing.
Okay, I'll get the Earl then.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And Paul the same way.
Earl and Paul are your brothers.
Yeah, Paul's the oldest.
And in fact, let's hold up this picture now. How many of you were there? There was 10 brothers or 10 boys and
2 girls.
2 girls.
Yeah.
10 boys and 2 girls.
Yeah.
And you have a picture there. Let's see. That's out of the newspaper in
45.
in 1945.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's when that picture, and that's
Yeah.
okay. That came out of the Portsmouth Times,
Yeah.
probably, and it shows 5 of you.
Yeah, I'll show you the other. You want the other one, the Navy?
Yeah, where's he? Is he in there too?
Yeah. Just not in here. I'll have to get him here.
Okay, get him out of there. But that showed you and 4 of your brothers. You were all in the Marines.
Yeah.
During World War II.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, then you had a brother who sort of went the other way. He was a Navy man. There he is. What's his name?
Richard.
Is he still living?
Yeah, he lives in
Hold it just like that.
the capital of Nevada,
Carson City.
Carson City.
Okay. What does he do?
Right now he's
What did he do?
he was in real estate, selling real estate,
Uh-huh.
and then he went. He's working for a big outfit, something like sells all kind of. They got a big place, something like a depot.
Oh, like Home Depot
Yeah,
or something like that?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And so he's working out there, and here's
Yeah, he
your other
was,
brothers.
He was in the Navy when they tried out that bomb. He was on the ship when they tried out that atomic bomb.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now them boys down there, like I said, Paul Earl they can tell you more about him than I can.
Okay. Well, we'll and then let me make sure I get those your brothers there. Does Paul and Earl have a copy of that newspaper picture?
Yeah.
Probably, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, who are those? Who are your brothers there? There's you. Your name's Homer. There's Paul, Earl. Who else?
Ralph.
Ralph.
Or wait a minute. There's Homer, Paul, Earl, Charles. He was killed on Pallaloo.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Pallaloo. Okay. That was a big battle there in the Pacific, wasn't it?
Yeah. Me and him went in together.
Who?
Gene.
Okay.
In 1945, I was 21 years old on my birthday. We all went in together.
Did you?
Yeah. Or me and him did.
You two.
They was going to court-martial me and him.
Together?
Yeah. Before we was even enlisted.
Why?
We went to get something to eat. We rode a Greyhound bus. See, back then, you just waved out the back door. You didn't have nothing like you got today. You know, I'll see you later, Mommy. Or honey, I love you, Mom. Or the children wave, and that's it. Yeah. And we went to get something to eat across the street, and boy, I mean, that, of course, we didn't know what they could do it. We didn't have no idea. You know.
So because you went across the street.
Yeah, we was about 5 minutes late when they come in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a few questions then. You remember when Pearl Harbor was attacked?
Yeah.
What were you doing? Were you at the sawmill?
No, I was married then.
Okay.
I think I was driving a taxi cab down here.
Down where? Portsmouth?
Yeah.
Okay. And you remember hearing about it?
Yes, sir.
What'd you think?
Oh, great day. That was a long time ago.
Well, when you heard about it, were you in the taxi?
No. No, all of us boys would get it. In fact, we had heard about Germany coming to them other countries before I was even married. You know, when they was going from one country up.
Poland and
when they taking them to them little countries.
Yeah, yeah.
And of course, I didn't think too much about it. You know, I was on a great day. I'm just lucky to get to be over here where everything was safe. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you heard about Pearl Harbor. What'd you think? Trouble?
Yeah. Yeah, when they blew up, when that Roosevelt, that's when he what do you call it? When he on the war, he said we're called this was going to be World War II.
A day that will live in infamy.
On Japanese. He mentioned Japanese before he did Germany because Japanese is the one that attacked Pearl Harbor.
Right, yeah.
Pearl Harbor, they come right over. They come right over. I wasn't stationed there, but I was stationed there later on. Mm-hmm. They had an ammunition depot. Mm-hmm. And Japan come right over top of that and didn't even know it.
Well, did you listen to the radio then about it? And did you have a radio at the house?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to the radio. Yeah.
When did you enlist?
1945 or 1944, January 24.
January 24th?
On my birthday.
Oh, I was going to say, right there.
I was 21 years old.
Okay. And you enlisted in the Marines?
Yeah, and Gene, my brother here, Tony, he enlisted with me.
Okay.
We both enlisted.
You both
enlisted?
enlisted?
He was 16.
Okay. He was 16 when he enlisted?
Yeah.
But they must have figured he was a little bit older, right?
Yeah, well, he kind of lied a little bit.
Yeah.
And he got so mean in boot camp, he just wanted to fight everybody, and so they just shipped him on over to Okinawa, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
And he got malaria, and he wasn't over long, and he brought back home.
So if he wanted to fight, they'll send him to Okinawa.
That's the way it was back then.
When or where did you go for your boot camp?
San Diego.
San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you remember the day, what'd your mom and dad think about all that? You enlisted?
Well, they didn't think too much. Dad and Mom, they had so many children, we was always coming and going, you know. We was down there taking our boot camp, and we had all of our laundry out, and they'd making a B-29, I don't know what outfit it was now, down on one side of us.
Mm-hmm.
And they was trying out that B-29. They took us all the way out in the boondocks. And we'll make sure, you know, it never had to leave off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And they come up there, we way out in the boondocks, and the plane didn't get off the ground.
Really?
It went right through the fence, and I mean, clothes just went flying everywhere.
All your laundry and everything?
Everything. I mean, that plane come out on through there, so I just tearing down everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Must have been pants and everything hanging from the trees and.
I'll tell you, it was something. Yeah.
Well, now, so you were out in San Diego,
Yeah.
and how'd you get there? On a train?
Yeah, we went through Yellowstone. Yeah, there was it was a troop train.
Mm-hmm. A lot of
Yeah, the
troops
whole
on.
train was troop train. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how long was basic training? Do you remember how long it was?
8 weeks, 10 weeks.
Was it hard?
Yeah, it was hard.
What'd they do to you?
Well, you had to learn to shoot the rifle first. You couldn't call it a gun. If you did, you'd been had.
Yeah. What do you mean by
Your
that?
rifle. I mean, they give you down to make you do extra duty. It wasn't a gun.
Mm-hmm.
That was your
It was
rifle.
a rifle, so you had to go out on the range.
Yeah, and
What kind of rifle was it?
30-30,
Uh-huh. M1?
M1.
Okay.
Yeah, 30-30 today. Yeah, M1.
Uh-huh. So you went out on the range, and they did a lot of physical exercising and building you
Yeah.
up. And
Yeah, night and day we was out there. If somebody messed up, back then, if somebody messed up, and there was 62 of us men in the platoon,
mm-hmm.
and I remember one time somebody messed up and done something. Oh, it must have been a good 50 yards, and we had to take our spoons, and we had to go to the fountain, get water, and bring it and throw on the walls on our Quonset hut. Just went around in circles, all of us got it.
Throw water on the wall?
Yeah, we had to wash it down.
Oh. With a teaspoon of water.
Yeah.
Maybe a table. Okay, well now after your basic training, well, let me ask you this. Do you remember your drill sergeant?
Yeah, but I don't know his name, yeah.
Well, was he tough?
Tough. Tough. I mean, son, he'd frighten you right out.
He'd hit you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you done what you're supposed to do. I mean, they got your attention, which it was good. I never got hurt, you know.
Yeah.
But some of them, this one guy, he took all the he was out on the rifle range, he took a butt of his rifle, hit that sergeant right under the chin and frightened him right out on there. Of course,
Really?
he ended up in the brig, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, now after boot camp there, what happened?
Went out to Camp Pendleton.
Camp Pendleton in California.
Yeah, that's Oceanside, California.
Okay. Now, do you remember the name of your boot camp? Camp? What was the name of it?
Just Camp Pendleton.
Camp Pendleton. That was boot camp.
That was, yeah. No, that was, well, yeah, I guess it would be.
Okay.
That's where we went out and took our training.
Uh-huh.
We had to go down to San Diego to take some training, and we had to go back out at Camp Pendleton there.
Mm-hmm.
They was probably, I don't know how many acres they was, but just, they was probably all close to 100,000 men on that place.
Mm.
See, back then they only had one battalion when we went in,
Mm-hmm.
in the Marine Corps. We only had one battalion.
Now, what division were you in?
Well, I don't know what it was. I was a non-combat. My foot almost cut off, and I wasn't able to get out and do a whole lot of walking.
How did you have your foot cut off? Almost.
My brother hit me in the axe when we was cutting timber for sawing.
Oh, is that right? Okay. There you are. Yeah, it's a big scar there on your foot.
Yeah.
So you were out cutting timber, and your brother came
Yeah,
down on
he
you?
did. I had my foot up on a stump.
Well, you didn't lose it. What happened then? You must have.
Old Doc Bill's down here. They carried me in on the back of an automobile. We was up Banner Road. That's what they call it now. I don't know what it was then. We was up there cutting timber, and they helped me off the hill. And this old, he was kind of a preacher, Baptist preacher. And he told his daughter, said, well, I mean, I was bleeding something terrible. He told his daughter, said, go get me the Bible. And he got over in Ezekiel, I think it's Ezekiel 38 or 39 along in there someplace, and he read a script of the Bible, and the blood stopped like that.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. And so he carried me to the hospital, carried me down to Dr. Mills there on Rhodes Avenue. And in fact, his boy, Dr. Mills' boy, called me. He saw my name in the paper the other day, and me and him had a big talk. We were talking about his dad.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And I sat in the back of the car. It must have been, 90 degrees hot. And I was sitting in the back of the car, and he sewed my foot up, got about half sewed up, and all broke loose. So he had to double thread and go all over again. Didn't have time to give me a shot or anything, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Started bleeding again when I got down there.
Well, you did a good job because you still got your foot.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Yeah.
You were able to join the Marines, weren't you?
Yeah, well, we all enlisted. We wasn't drafted. Nobody drafted.
Now, after boot camp, where did you go?
Well, we stayed there at Camp Pendleton. I drove a truck there at Camp Pendleton, and I would haul. I was hauling these men down to put them on a ship, take them overseas.
Oh, okay.
That was my job then at Camp Pendleton. After I went through all the rest of my boot camp, after the rifle range was out at Camp Pendleton.
How long did you do that job?
Oh, probably a year, a little better.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, and it come my turn to go overseas. So I went to Pearl Harbor, and
You got there on a ship?
yeah,
Take you on a ship?
yeah, it was, yeah, and we
When was that you went to Pearl Harbor?
about last of 44.
Okay.
The last of 44. Because I come out in 45 in March. I think it's March. I was in 27, 28 months.
You probably came out in 46, didn't you?
And I don't know, but it's long in there someplace.
Okay.
And anyway, we was all riding the back of one of them old trucks, you know. And we'd go by, and these little boys alongside the highway, they'd go like this. And I told them guys, what are you doing? What's one of them little fellas doing that for? He said, that's 2 to 1, you don't come back.
You beat the odds.
Yeah, yeah. But I hauled Bing Crosby and Bob Hope.
Did you?
Red Skelton and Andrew Sisters.
Did you do that at Pearl Harbor?
No, I done that at Camp Pendleton.
So they would come to entertain the Marines.
Yeah, I'd go to Hollywood and get them and bring them back on an old school bus, an old
Is that
Ford.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, I had all kind of.
Andrew Sisters, Bob Hope, Bing Crosby,
Yeah.
Red Skelton.
Yeah, and Bob Hope. Yeah. Oh, there's several of them. The Andrew Sisters were quite nice bunch of people.
Uh-huh.
When we was at Pendleton there, that's when I done it. They had USO or USO. Okay. Anyway, they was having it, and the lieutenants, they would come on down, and they would get on the front row. And then the sister said, wait a minute, we're here to entertain the troops, not you all. So they made them move back to back. Dorothy Lamore, we hauled her around.
Uh-huh. I bet when they moved them to the back, a big cheer came up. Did it?
Not too much because you had to look in the face, you know, you had, you know. Of course you could hide, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we had big movie houses there, and quite a mess hall. And
Was Bob Hope funny?
oh yeah,
All of them did a good job.
And Bing Crosby had a brother named Bob.
Uh-huh.
Bob was in the Marines. He joined the Marines. Of course, he got maybe a captain or something out of the deal because he joined and brought his whole band in. And so I would bring them up. They was always entertaining us. And of course, I hauled all the big officers around, and I had a good job.
You had a good job. You had a cushy job there,
Yes,
didn't
I
you?
sure did. I had an old fire marshal colonel there, and he was mean as a snake. He had a whip about that long. And he had them boots on. He was fire marshal. Now let me tell you, he was something else.
A fire marshal.
Yeah, he was the fire marshal of Camp Pendleton.
So he had to make sure there was no fire going to burn.
Yeah, and he made sure of everything. Yeah, sure did.
And now, did any of those movie stars? Did you talk to them? And
Oh yeah,
that sort of thing?
You could talk to them. They just down home people, just like everybody else. Yeah.
Did they ever give you a tip?
No.
Well, they should have.
Yeah. Well, I was way back then, you know. That wasn't that hadn't come in yet, I don't think.
Well, now you end up at Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
And you're in the truck, and the boys are going like that,
Yeah.
2-1. You won't come back.
Yeah, and we went to out at Lula at that ammunition depot I was telling you about. The Japanese flew right over top of it. There was a big V out on top of that mountain, and they claim, I don't know whether it was truth or not, but they had poor farm everything, you know, the food. They would take a virgin up there, and they would kill her. And now that's what I was told. I don't know. And they'd take and let her blood come down over the mountain, over the ground, and that would give them a good season. Now that was what we was told. I don't know anything about it. Yeah.
How long were you at Pearl Harbor?
Well, I was there probably a year.
About a year?
Yeah, I was there a little better than a year.
Were you married at that time?
Yeah, I had 2 children.
At that time you did?
Yeah, Michael and Judy.
Okay.
Judy was born while I was gone.
Okay.
2 or 3, Judy was born about 2 months after I joined the Marine Corps.
Now, so you're there a few months, and then where did you go after Pearl Harbor?
I stayed right there and I come back to
Came back to the United States?
Great Lakes.
Oh, Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why was it Great Lakes? Why were you...
That was the Navy. That's where they discharged you.
Okay. Now, you told me when you joined. When were you discharged?
March 46.
You got your discharge there?
I got some of the stuff here. I got. You might want to look at that.
All righty.
That's 1945. Open it up.
1945. That's the Season's Greetings, Marine Barracks.
Yeah, that's her Christmas dinner.
Okay.
That's her Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
I told you what it is, what we had over here.
What you had to eat.
Yep, and everybody was there.
Okay. Is
Yep.
your name in there?
Yeah, someplace, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here was her food we had that
You
Christmas
had
dinner.
turkey.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
There's my brother was taken over in Palo Alto.
That's the one that died at Peleliu?
Yeah, Charles.
Who's that?
That's me.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
That was, my brother was killed. Or he died. He died an alcoholic. That's Tony.
When did he die?
He died about 4 years ago.
Is that right? Tony.
Yeah, Gene Tony. He was born the day that Jack Dempsey, Gene Tony knocked out Jack Dempsey.
Is that right?
And he was born, that's where he got the name from.
Gene?
Yeah, Gene Tony.
Gene.
That's it, me, and that's more pictures here. Oh, here's these pictures. I'll show you here. You might want to just take them and look at them.
Okay.
It
Oh,
tells you
yeah,
where
it tells you where they are.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, there's some like combat photographs, aren't they?
Oh, yeah,
Real,
that's right.
real thing.
That's a real thing. That's what I told you. It's a real
Yeah,
thing.
here's some Marines on and carrying a litter.
Yeah, it's all Marines.
These
That's
are these dead
Japanese
Japs?
Yep, that's dead Japs. They just dug a big hole and buried them.
Put them right in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're the Jap prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare to get a prisoner from Japanese, I understand. They
Yeah.
usually killed themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right up there with it, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Who took these photographs, do you know?
The guy, when I was out at Lula, I got acquainted with the man. He was a photographer,
Uh-huh.
and he let me have them.
He did.
Yeah, and I was supposed to give them back to him, but I didn't do it.
Ah,
I forgot all about it.
Now this says, I don't know how to pronounce this, Kayaleen Atoll. Is that how you say
Iwo
it?
Jima.
Huh?
Iwo Jima. That's Iwo Jima is what it is.
That's how it's spelled.
Yeah, he didn't have it all down there. Oh, back over here, I'll show you. That's what
Chile.
Iwo Jima.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right in there with it.
Yeah, they was.
What was his name?
I don't know what.
photographer?
I don't know what his name was.
That's out on the firing range.
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Is your picture in here anywhere, like on
No.
the firing range there
No.
or anything? Okay.
I mean, they was, buddy, you done what you was told in there. They just told you one time.
One time, and they expected you to do it.
You better do it.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you were at Pearl Harbor, and then you were there a few months, and you went to Great Lakes.
When I was there about a year.
At Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, at Pearl Harbor and where I was stationed there, Lula, that's all right into.
You ever been back?
No. No.
When you were there, of course, the Arizona battleship was sunk and everything.
Yeah.
And
That brother of mine, he was on. He told me. I called me. I asked him if there was anything. He told me what ship he was on and everything all about it.
which brother?
One in the Navy out in.
Where's he live? In Carson City?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. And he told you, what ship was he on?
I don't know. I'd forgot. My memory just keeps us shrinking.
Well, now, so then you were there about a year.
Yeah.
Did your wife ever come over to
Oh
visit?
no,
you or
no, we
something?
didn't have no money. No, they didn't.
Were you ever able to go back?
Well, I got leave when I got out of boot camp. I think it was 2 weeks or 30 days, something like that.
Okay. And so you took the train back home, or did she come out west?
No, I come back here.
Okay.
No, she didn't come because she had children.
All right. And now you were, when were you discharged? That's what we were looking for, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I forgot. The discharge paper. What's that?
That's a little. What's going down there? This is Tony.
Let's see that.
Discharge.
Anything that looks
Well, I was an MP over there too.
You were an MP.
Yeah. Yeah, over there.
Shore Patrol.
Yeah.
Oh, an MP. Huh?
Mhm. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I had
Probably around March.
March 26th.
Of 46, maybe.
46. March 26th and 46.
Okay.
That's when I got out.
All right.
And they sent me to Great Lakes,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I got discharged. I think I got $220, $240.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Did you look on that as a lot of money at that time?
It was a lot of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was back when Montgomery Ward was down here on 6th Street,
Yeah.
and of course they, of course you couldn't buy new automobiles back then
Mm-hmm.
because they had done shut everything down,
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't buy new stoves or new refrigerators or new workers. You couldn't buy nothing new, back then.
Your brother that was killed on Peleliu, what was his name?
Charles.
Charles. Did they bring his body back?
No, he was buried at sea.
Buried at sea.
Enemy tank run over him.
An enemy tank. Right?
Yeah, he was in a foxhole, and this Japanese put the track right down. It wasn't deep enough or something, and
Yeah.
they would kill him. Yeah, they buried him at sea.
Now your other brothers, were they in combat any?
No,
Okay.
no.
Now-
Tony, I don't know what all Tony was in, but I know they shipped him over there, and he got malaria, and they brought him back. He wasn't over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was Paul in the Marines?
yeah, Paul was in the Marines.
Okay.
Paul, yeah, they went in after I did.
Okay. So now, have you ever been back to California since your boot camp?
No. No, I haven't. I got a minister at San Diego. He tells me all about it because he goes out there and preaches today.
Does he?
Yeah, good friend of mine. He got a church in San Diego.
Now, did you ever keep in touch with any of your friends you made in the Marine Corps? Anybody you know?
No. No, I just kind of got away from 'em. Didn't do. I drove a Liberty bus there too, where I'd take them down Oceanside camp building. We down there said we had a great big old what they call a cattle car. It was a bunch of seats on it, and I mean, of course.
So the Marines they'd get their Liberty, so they'd get on that.
Yeah, I'd go by and pick them up and take them down to Oceanside, and
So you have a good time and everything.
yeah.
Did you bring them back too?
Yeah, oh yeah, we kept running. Kept running. Our last trip, I think, was about 1 o'clock in the morning. We had to come back in.
So the ones you brought back were kind of different shape than the ones you took down?
Yeah, they was.
Like drunk?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we would take our Liberty, go up in Los Angeles, and that's when the Zoot Suiters was up there.
Uh-huh.
Used to have them big old chains, you know, on their pocket, you know, like
Yeah.
long hair. Yeah. And the taxi cabs, they'd say he was always starting trouble.
Who was?
Them Zoot Suiters
Okay.
in Los Angeles. And the taxi cab, they'd run, get the men all together, you know, and get load up a bunch of Marines and say, come on, we got problems over here. And they'd take them belts off, them Marines would, you know, got that big old belt buckle on, you know. Hey, man, you could mow a bunch of them down in just a few minutes.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So they'd get the Marines to help them out with the
Yeah, the
suiters.
Zoot Suiters trying to take over. Yeah, sure did. Yep.
And then in Pearl Harbor, what'd you do there? Did you drive a truck there?
Well, no, I didn't drive a truck there. That's when they put me in the MP.
MP's when you were there.
Yeah.
Well, that'd been a hard job, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever? You
that
had to go get a
ammunition-
bunch of drunken sailors and drunken Marines?
No. We was guarding that ammunition depot.
Oh, I see.
So that's the reason why we stationed right there.
Mhm.
And we was right. They had horses, and we would ride horses. And all you had to do is get on a horse, and he'd take you wherever, all over Bateau. You had certain areas.
Mhm.
I think there was 6 or 7 different areas that you had to. Maybe you only had one area here, and there's one over here, and I think it was 7 areas.
Mhm.
And these horses.
They knew the.
Oh yeah, you just get on and take off.
They knew the trail.
They go back in the bushes and sit there and wait for you to get your rest or whatever you want to do, and they'd take off, go to another place.
Now, while you were guarding the ammunition dump, did you ever have any problems, like people trying to sneak in or
No,
steal anything or anything like that?
no.
Okay.
No.
What did you do in your spare time when you were there?
Well, they brought them girls out there that we call them girls that dance around, you know.
Hula girls?
Yeah, the hula girls. They was out there about every week,
Mhm.
dancing around and.
They were dancing.
Oh yeah, they come out and they eat raw fish. And
They ate raw fish.
Oh yeah, they fixed big dinner. I mean, it was beautiful dinner, but I didn't go for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they'd sit there, oh, this is good. Good, you eat it. Yeah, sure did.
So they entertained the troops. Were
Yeah.
there any stars in movie stars?
No, not over there. No, no.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, Homer, is there? Now let me ask you this: after you got out of the Marines, what did you do?
I come back here and I think I started driving a city bus.
Okay.
I was back driving taxi cab and drove city bus a long time down here from Portsmouth to Southerville. We'd go up there and turn around and back.
Where did you turn around inside of it?
Mercy, I don't know that. But back then, I mean, 5:15, we was leaving the terminal down there, going picking up and bringing along, working up the steel mill, and the ones was N&W.
Pretty active city back then, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lot
Yeah,
going
we
on.
had, and of course, and, we'd go all the way to Sodaville, and they had all them people going, pick up Sodaville, going back down to the shoe factories and all that thing. But we had the buses loaded about all time.
A lot of work here, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And Christmas, you couldn't walk down the streets.
Hmm.
And New Year's and all that, I mean, it's
Packed.
packed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Everybody downtown, everybody knowed everybody, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, I worked with Borough Justice when he was down here before he got killed.
He was the sheriff, wasn't
Yeah,
he? Mm-hmm.
I helped get him elected down here.
Were you on the sheriff's department?
No, I just run around with all of them. I just associated with them all the time.
So is that, what did you retire from?
Teamsters,
You drove a truck, you told me.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I
And
run
well, you must have gone from taxis and buses to
Yeah.
trucks.
Well, I went to heavy equipment up at Columbus, George Eigel. And of course, then I bought my own and done a little while, but then I quit that. My wife said, hey, it's time to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove a truck, got it where you get a week pay.
I see.
In the wintertime, you don't do nothing working construction work.
What, was it long haul over
There,
there?
Chicago, went to California,
What kind of things did you haul?
all kinds of
Steel?
swinging beef, and
Beef?
yeah, and Kraft cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I had a book here of that. I don't know what I'd done with it. In World War I, Kraft just started making cheese, and they were going to send the troops overseas, and they thought, well, how can we get them some cheese? So they put the cheese in 55-gallon drums and shipped them over on the ship. I had this all down black and white. I don't know where my first wife got it or what. But anyway, they got about halfway across and it got hot, and that stuff started blowing up. And so they thought they was being torpedoed and everything. It was quite a story out of Kraft food.
Was your dad in World War I?
No,
Okay.
no, Daddy wasn't.
Your grandpa and do you know of anybody that was in the Civil War?
No.
Have you really?
Now Earl would come more knowing than
Okay.
I would.
Well, Homer, is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Anything else you'd like to say?
No,
You got any tattoos you want to talk about or anything like that?
no,
You mean you're a Marine and you don't have a tattoo?
no, no. I don't know of anything else. I know. I wouldn't take nothing what I found, what I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it again though?
Well, I would if I. Yeah, I would now. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
If I could do it now, I mean, if I was able, I'd get right back in there again.
How old are you?
Be 84 in January.
Thanks for everything you did. Appreciate it.